Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlin, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
Yeah, no thanks to
And
you.
me, I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us. I have no real option. Thank you.
All of that fucking Paragon dialogue, I don't get a single point of rep with this chick. Can't win. My brother hates my guts. So we got Mirren, that's the merc. I think I want to talk to the smuggler chick first. I wonder if I'm going to have to do both of their quests to get in. Sup?
Are you a Fenril?
No, I'm the fucking
Must be
Keebler
Gamblin's
elf.
nephew.
Yes, I'm a Thenril.
Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
How much exactly?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we can...
So there's a Thieves Guild, huh? I'm already feeling the lack of a rogue in the party. I think it's time to engage a time-honored tradition in role-playing games, robbing the shit out of everyone you come across. Everything in Kirkwall that isn't nailed down is going straight into my backpack.
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
Yeah, 'cause fixing my uncle's debts is exactly what I'm here
Getting
for.
us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it.
Well, in this case, I think Gamlin's gonna be lucky. It's hard to out-hype a guy who has the save and reload spells handy.
I didn't realize Gamlin had told you that much.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true?
Why, just last week my coin purse disappeared. Nah, you don't think that was a coincidence, do you? And the option to just say bye-bye is gone. So it looks like I'm forced to accept the quest. I had planned to just shop around and see what they both wanted me to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and accept.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Cavril, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the Gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up. We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard, but you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
And I'm immediately suspicious. Anybody who's going to be loaning out money as part of an organization is going to have somebody already set up to do debt collection. The only reason they'd hire an outside guy is if it was completely dangerous or a trap or something. So what do you think the odds are that Aveline won't object as we go and beat somebody up for debt collection?
Huh. So you're Hawke.
Stephen Hawke.
Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his arse.
Just take one look at these big guns and tell me what you think.
You first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for, keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Well, there's your problem. Aveline's got the self-confidence of a senator and the social skills of Steve Urkel. And it looks like Buddy Boy here wants to become a mercenary when he grows up. God, I hope he joins the dark side so I can kill him!
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said you were a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
Good grief. Is there anybody he didn't tell?
You're not in the circle yet? Then probably not. You stick with us. You'll be safe. For the year, at least.
My uncle doesn't seem the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
What?
He doesn't. Gamlin cheated one of my men at a wallet match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here, waiting for a ship. He sees us coming, he'll run for shore. But he doesn't know you. Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asks why.
So if you wanted to just be a faction whore, which you've probably already figured out I'm not doing this playthrough, you'd probably go with this guy's quest, just because both of your party members showed some slight interest in it. But it seems to me like the other choice is actually slightly morally superior, just because the mercenary told you straight up, kill this dude and everybody that works with him, whereas doing debt collection for Keebler means maybe we can get away with not killing anyone. I don't know, it is a video game. I guess we'll find out soon.
Let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sirrah?
I believe you owe your business partners something.
Oh, I see.
Should I go tell the guards?
Not just yet. I want to hear this. So, Ethenril sent you to collect, did she? Too cowardly to do it herself.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like a trap so far. Unless that guard there knows some serious kung fu.
Step in here.
Only because this toad deserves it. You have a choice. Pay, or I beat it out of you, and your men.
Well, I hate to admit it, but that was really sexy.
Take what's in the chest. Take it all. Now I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
God, I feel so confused. So the way to gain reputation with the Paragon of Goodness is to order her to hold a knife to tradesmen's throats? Now I wish it were like KOTOR, where you could, like, turn your companions evil over time. I'm not gonna lie, I want to do some serious personality breaking with Evelyn.
Here you go, as requested.
Will you look at that? Tell your uncle we'll make the arrangements. Welcome aboard.
For which I receive the nefarious achievement. Excellent. It's still an open question as to whether or not that 100% versus any enemy means it cannot be resisted. But given our success with Mind Blast against that ogre, I'm going to assume that it means that. Okay. Well, they should let us in the front gate now. I hope.
So, that was your uncle, was it? Good. I thought he was another confidence man trying to sell promises. I don't suppose he has the coin you'll need to get in.
He had some ideas.
They always do. If it were just up to me, I'd let you through. But there are a lot of eyes watching, a lot of palms that need greasing. My suggestion? Wait for a ship and hope the next city hasn't already closed their doors.
Any luck?
Yes, they've agreed to help us.
I'll speak to Ethenril and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
I guess we did it. We're here to stay, at least for a while.
We'll see what happens when this debt is repaid.
If only Bethany were here with us.
And Wesley.
Who? I'm a great leader.
Let's just see what happens. We have a long year ahead of us.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So he remained.
Ooh, did I learn how to use a
Made a
sword
name
and
for himself
shield
in the
during that
underworld.
transition?
It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
No. Andraste's tits, human.
Andraste's tits!
Hire onto this expedition.
Let's see, Andraste is Christ's cover band in Dragon Age. Perhaps I would have been more interested in going to church when I was a kid if Jesus sported a huge pair of floppy fun bags. I mean, this is a video game, right? You better believe if Andraste shows up, she's going to be sporting at least a D-cup.
Look, Precious. I don't care if you tore the horns off an ogre with your bare hands.
You make him understand. We're running from your bloody Templars.
My spells are the only reason you're still alive, you ungrateful faggot.
I know how you feel, but we'll earn no favors with your fist in his face.
Then we do nothing. As always.
My brother can be hot-headed, but we do have the skills to benefit your expedition.
You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
Well, back to waiting for someone to turn us in.
I'm sure we both just really want to put the bitch down at this point, but we need him.
It'll get harder if we're at each other's throats.
I know. It just seems like you either die in this city or you end up like the scum we're bargaining with. We need coin, status, something we can shove in that dwarf's face and keep people off our backs. And all I can think of is Uncle Gamlin.
I thought the idea was that we'd basically be indentured servants working for random people that Gamlin knew, and at the end of that year we'd have enough money to get in. I mean, that was the plan, right? Apparently, during the interim, he didn't even have anybody to introduce us to, so we're just wandering around hoping to make enough money. And now you want to go back to the same guy to see if he has any other great ideas?
Hey!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. Might want to find yourself a new line of work.
How could anyone not love this guy? I mean, look at that fucking gun. It's bigger than he is. Love this guy.
How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bartrand. He would know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would?
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
Can he open lock chests? Oh please, oh please, oh please.
You're part of Bartrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't...
The deep roads are a massive network of tunnels dug out underneath the world by the dwarves, and they've now been taken over by the Darkspawn. I had no idea that they were running all over the place until this moment. I mean, the only way you could get there in the first game was to go through the dwarf capital city, and we're nowhere near there.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawke is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
I guess the burning question here is, why is this dwarf interested in us exactly? Not to say that I'm not interested in him. We need to go get drunk immediately.